नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है हृदय चौधरी और आपका स्वागत है मेरे ज्योतिष चैनल में। टुडे वी आर हियर टू एड्रेस सिंपल क्वेश्चन, डज एस्ट्रोलॉजी रियली वर्क्स और नॉट? क्या ज्योतिष सच में काम करता है या फिर नहीं? तो आंसर यू ब्लंटली, आई कैन नॉट गिव यू सेटिस्फैक्टरी आंसर। मैं आपको कुछ भी कॉन्क्रीट आंसर इसका नहीं दे सकता हूँ, बिकॉज इट डजेंट मैटर व्हाट आई थिंक या फिर मैं आपको क्या आंसर दूँ। योर ओपिनियंस विल बी शेप्ड बाय योर लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस। अगर मैं बोल दूंगा कि ज्योतिष एक्चुअली वर्क्स, यू मे स्टिल हैव डाउट्स। अगर मैं बोल दूंगा ज्योतिष डजंट रियली वर्क, you still may have doubts. So to answer this question, does astrology really works? My answer will be find out for yourself. आप खुद जान लीजिए. You have to dive in to the world of astrology. You have to explore for yourself. You have to find out for yourself कि आपके लिए astrology work करता है या फिर नहीं. It needs to be a extremely individualistic answer. Does going through astrology has made your life better or has it made it more miserable? And to address that concern, आज मैं आपके लिए लेके आ गया हूँ. Today, I will give you some ways that you can explore astrology for yourself to answer that question to satisfy that hungry for reasoning. So, the big question that we are going to address today is, does astrology really? And my take on this is find out for yourself. अगर आपके पास अपनी exact detail है and you can think about your own life, how it has played out till now, then you can find out for yourself concretely if astrology works or not. There is no belief required. मैं आपको कोई भी चीज़ में believe करने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. It is just the thing that does the predictions or does the predictions actually accurately predict your life or not? It is an objective thing that you can go around and tingle out. Now, before you begin exploring astrology, you have to understand that you need two things. If you are not on a very high level, you need your exact time of birth and your exact place of birth as well, right? Down to the minute when where possible. क्योंकि जो हमारा ascendant है, जो हमारा लग्न है, जो हमारा rising sign है, that actually changes every 2 hours, राइट? तो अगर हर 2 घंटे में लग्न बदल जाता है, then that affects a lot of predictions. So you need to know the exact time of birth and also exact place of birth as well. Astrology makes a falsifiable claim. Your birth chart reflects the shape of your life. Test that claim yourself. All you need is this. कि आपको ये दो चीजें चाहिए. You have to go to a good astrologer that, or you think someone who has the confidence enough to predict your life, और फिर आपको अपनी life के against बस वो test कर लेना है. It is as simple as that. Is if it works or not. With these two, you don't need to take anything else on faith. You can hold the chart up against your own life and see. Now, there are two ways you can go about exploring astrology. First is to learn it yourself under a teacher, give it some time, learn a lot in this field, and then you can read your own chart and somebody else's chart as well. Or you can just simply outsource it. You can find somebody that is good, that has been practicing astrology for a while, and then you can just go to them and say that these are my details, tell me about myself. Just that prompt is enough, right? And if he tells you a lot of things that are matching to your life, that are and if that person tells you a lot of things that are matching with your life, you can just go ahead and take consultation. That is absolutely fine from my end. The thing is to find someone genuinely competent and let them interpretate your chart for you. Harder than it sounds, because the good ones are not really advertising, right? They already have everything set up for them. Now let's talk about path one, then we will jump to path two and so on. The first path is to learn it yourself. आप ज्योतिष को सीख लीजिए. That will take a lot of your resources. आपको बहुत सारे पैसे खर्च करने पड़ेंगे. A good amount of investment is required in that, and it also take a lot of years as well. It will take many years to get the real competence and to understand a simple chart, a chart of life, a DON chart, your birth chart fully. And to walk on this path, you need to dedicate yourself fully. You have to become competent yourself, not just informed. You have to learn under a teacher. आपको एक गुरु के साथ पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी. You cannot learn astrology from books itself. Everyone gets the teacher they deserve. It's a blessing to find a good one. और आपको वही टीचर मिलेंगे जो आप डिजर्व करते हैं. There is no there is no way to bypass that situation, and then you have to give it time and effort. There is no shortcut around the years or the money. Good knowledge needs to be valued. Treat the learning with the seriousness it deserves. This was the first part, and I have a cautionary note for you that there are a lot of advertising that I've seen that claims कि आपको हम 4 दिन में बहुत अच्छा qualified astrologer बताएंगे. Just sign up for our 4-day workshop, and that too only for the low price of 59 rupees. Real competence cannot be rushed. It cannot be sold for cheap. When the prices feel far too small for the promise being made, the promise is the problem, not a bargain you found. It is not a bargain you found. Good knowledge has a cost. It always comes at a cost. Be willing to pay it in time, money, both. Moving on to the part number 2. This is where you can, just outsource the task to somebody else, and you can just sit and judge and observe objective. So the problem with going to this path is the good astrologers are hidden. The best astrologers aren't advertising, they're already retained, they are hidden. They are on payroll of somebody else's, the elites of our society. They are taken care of and they're not looking for clients. They do not come for cheap if you even find one. So if you ever find one, they will not come for cheap. So if you're just testing it out, you have to find somebody you can actually afford. The other thing is there is no barrier to enter to this field. Anybody can do any workshop for just a day or two and call themselves an astrologer. That means market is flooded with people who shouldn't be giving anyone guidance at all, but you may find them. They might be very popular, and then you take a consultation, you pay the money, and then you think, what have I done? This is not working at all. Maybe the whole astrology thing is scam. The thing is that the person that you have visited, that he might be a bad astrologer, it doesn't mean that the astrology itself is a scam, right? So try to find somebody good, try to find somebody that may provide you predictions actually towards your everyday life first, rather than directly jumping to future predictions. So क्योंकि अगर कोई पहले आपके एवरीडे लाइफ को बता पाएगा, दैट गिव्स यू अ ग्रेट ग्राउंड टू स्टैंड ऑन, कि हाँ अगर ये सही बता दिया है तो माइट बी द फ्यूचर predictions or the things he's telling for my future self might come. A word of caution here as well. Beware of anyone who promises you the moon. Nobody can make you conquer the world, you still have to do yourself. The Jyotish or an astrologer can't accomplish things for you. वो आपको काम करके नहीं दे सकता है. He can only guide you. An astrologer acts only as a guide to you. वो आपको बस guide कर सकता है that these are the right actions. You still have to take those actions yourself. कर्म आपके हाथों से ही होगा. There is no other way to go around. So everyone gets the astrologer they deserve. Ask for stupid things, instant riches, guaranteed love, a fix for everything, and you will find someone who is ready to take advantage of you. Astrology can guide your decisions, it cannot replace them. हम आपको सिर्फ गाइड कर सकते हैं. We cannot do the decision making for you. आपको decisions खुद लेने पड़ेंगे, and you have to follow through with those decisions yourself. Again, if any of your relatives or your parents, or अगर आपके किसी जानने वाले का bad experience रहा है astrologers के साथ, where they might have gotten scammed or they have paid them a lot of money and no results have yield. So you have to just ask for yourself, एक बार उन research से पूछ लीजिए what they were hoping for to happen, and judge for yourself. जो जिस काम के लिए वो एक एस्ट्रोलॉजर के पास गए थे, was it actually a reasonable thing to ask or hope for? Why any of this matters is because aim of Jyotish is simple, to guide you towards a better life. ज्योतिष का काम है आपके जीवन में ईश्वर की जोत जलाना, to guide you towards God, and to make you happier, to make you prosper is just a byproduct of that. So if you want your life to get better in a meaningful way, you should explore astrology. That is my advice to you. Everything else, the houses, the charts, the predictions, are only in service of that. Now to try it yourself with the questions that I have raised today. Okay, try it for yourself. The discovery call. This is what I'm offering to you in service of the questions that I've raised today. So you can explore astrology without committing 5 years or a five-figure budget. Here is a low-risk way to test it for yourself. I'm going to offer you 15 predictions in 15 minutes for just 500 rupees. See for yourself whether the astrology works for you. There is no belief required and just your birth details and 15 honest minutes. So the barrier to entry is very low, just 500 rupees. You get 15 predictions. You get them really fast, only 15 minutes, and you can book it directly for yourself. And if it works for you, which it will, all my predictions are going to be true and related and rooted in your everyday life. They will be grounded. You can verify them. If it works for you, you can take a full-fledged consultation. If you are having any troubles in your life, we can actually work together and solve them. Sitting together, we can take some measures to make your life actually easier. So book your discovery call today. You can WhatsApp me at 885-109-2898, or you can reach out via Instagram also. This is my brochure. I am Hriday Chaudhary. I am a Jyotish. I'm a practicing Jyotish. I am also a relationship consultant. I provide clarity, guidance, and transformation. Your life, your relationships, your stars have the answer. Start with just a discovery call. It is affordable. It is a really affordable, a really low barrier to entry. Just 15 minutes, just 500 rupees. You get 15 predictions. It is a really good way to see if your birth chart works for you or not. These are my details, and this is me, Jyotish Chaudhary, Jyotish, relationship consultant, clarity, guidance, and transformation. Thank you so much for your time. If you like this video, you can press the like button. If you would like to hear more from me, you can press the subscribe button, and you can comment your lagna below in the comment section, and I will tell you something about your life. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.